It's that time of year again when we see pumpkins everywhere. We see them at the grocery store, we decorate our homes with them, and we even see them around the dinner table. Welcome back to Zested Foods. My name is Christine, and today I'm going to show you how easy it is to make some homemade pumpkin soup. I love to eat pumpkin in cookies, breads, and pies, but I also love the savory side of pumpkin in pastas, sauces, and curries. So let me know, how do you prefer to eat your pumpkin, sweet or savory? Do you buy a bunch of pumpkins over the holiday season and then you don't know what to do with them? Do you just end up throwing them away? Or have you ever considered roasting them for your next meal? The first thing we're going to do to make our pumpkin soup is we need to cut this pumpkin in half. And I like to use a serrated knife because I feel like I get a better sawing motion on the pumpkin. So let's go ahead and cut it in half. Now here comes the fun part when we get to scoop out all of the guts from inside the pumpkin. Make sure to rinse off your pumpkin seeds, season them, roast them in the oven, and they make the perfect little treat. This pumpkin weighed about 14 pounds, and I'm only going to use half of it for our soup. If you want to use the whole thing, make sure you double the recipe. Before we roast our pumpkin, we're going to take a knife and we're going to score the pumpkin, which means we're just going to lightly press our knife into the pumpkin so that the oils and everything can be infused into the pumpkin. Then we're going to season it with salt and some black pepper. Then we're going to take our head of garlic that we've cut in half and we're just going to lightly rub it all over the pumpkin. And then we'll just throw that garlic right in there, and we're going to add some fresh rosemary on the inside of the pumpkin. And then we'll just drizzle it with a little bit of olive oil. Place the pumpkin on a sheet pan and roast in a 450-degree oven for about 45 minutes to an hour. While your pumpkin is roasting, dice up 1 onion. To a large stock pot over medium-high heat, add some oil and the diced onion. To the onions, add in some nutmeg. Turn down the heat to low and let your onions caramelize. While the onions are cooking, scrape out all of the pumpkin. Make sure you save this garlic. Once our onions have softened, go ahead and add the roasted garlic into the soup. Now add in your roasted pumpkin. Then add 4 cups of chicken broth. Grate some fresh Parmesan cheese and add that to the soup. The Parmesan cheese adds a richness and a creaminess to the soup, and Parmesan pairs well with pumpkin. Allow the soup to simmer for 15 to 30 minutes. If you like to eat soup during the cold months of the year, make sure you hit that like button. When your soup is done, add in half a cup of heavy cream. Puree the soup either using a blender or a handheld immersion blender. Once the soup is all pureed, go ahead and add in a couple tablespoons of butter. Taste the soup and adjust with salt and pepper as needed. Dish up the soup and top with a little bit of coconut milk, diced bacon, and some parsley, and enjoy. If you'd like the full written recipe for this soup, please check out the link in the description below. And if you want to see some more fall recipes, make sure you check out this playlist right over here, and we will see you guys in the next video.